Hi everybody, welcome to 2020 and we're going to kick off the year with another Minisode. I am Ashley, I'm one of the co-founders of Beta Change, and joining me today we have a very special guest from all the way from Sweden. We have Anna. So she's going to talk a little bit to us about all sorts of things, including diabetes in sports, inspiration for her company, as well as a book that she's helped to write, and she's promoting diabetes camp. So we're going to talk all about that. So what we're going to do is, let me bring her on the screen. There we go.
I see you again.
Anna.
Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry you got off, but now I'm here. Hi, nice to see you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Nice to see you. Thank you again for joining us.
Yeah, nice to be here. I'm sorry I didn't hear the first question because it was black, the screen, but now I see you. And my name is Anna, and I'm living in Sweden. And as you can see behind me, I'm living in a very cold country, and now it's winter. And I have two kids. They are 17 and 19 years old, and they are they compete in skiing. So this means we are a lot outside doing skiing, and my husband too. I'm having a husband, and I have had diabetes for 22 years. I was 31 when I got diabetes, type 1, and I'm running on a closed loop pump. I have a Medtronic 670, and I think that's great. It's really life changer. And for about 9 years ago, I released a first product for doing the life easier with diabetes. It's cloth with pockets, so you can carry your insulin pump was the first goal. But then I recognized that I have a lot of other things to carry, as all of us, you know. And so today I bring my sugar, my phone, my blood. Sometimes I have my blood sugar meter, and everything. And it's a little bit like more also help me to remind me where everything are. So it's called AnnaPS. That's my name. Yeah, and when I started this brand, I started to learn so much diabetics. So today I have the opportunity to take part in like international meetings with other diabetics, look at new technology, etc. So my diabetes life is really on full time, both my work and my
Yeah, that's so cool. And, I can see that it's so beautiful outside behind you. It's snowing, whereas, me in Melbourne, it's quite warm. And we were talking a bit about the jacket that you're wearing. So can you tell us a little bit more about the jacket you're wearing? Because it's got, the Novo Nordisk on it and the story behind that challenge. Yeah.
Yes, for 2 years ago, I have the chance to take part in Novo Nordisk ski team. And it's running every year, and you apply for it. And we were 8 diabetics who had the chance to have a lot of professional diabetics around us, coaching us, doing the vaccine, the nutritions, and everything to manage a very challenging race. It was 90 kilometers skiing, and that was the time, my best time. To be together with other diabetics, because I learned so much from the other ones.
Yeah, fantastic. 90 kilometers, that's such a long time. And how cold was it there?
Oh, it was minus 27. It was a really, really hard day. I'm not used of doing skiing in minus 27 degrees. Normally we think it's cold when it's minus 10. So this was a shock in the morning, a really shock. And it was really hard because when it's minus 27, everything gets very, very, it's hard to ski because the snow is like sandpaper. And so you get very, very tired, and also very difficult to get everything into your body. And the equipment, it was, I have really difficult to get everything work.
Yeah, That's crazy. So we're talking about minus 27 degrees Celsius, which when you translate it into Fahrenheit is minus 16, minus 17 Fahrenheit. So either way, it's still really cold. How long did that take you to complete the whole
Okay,
challenge?
for me it took 9 hours, and that was 1 hour more than I expected. So
Yeah,
it's the full day. Because you
that's
go
true.
up in the morning and you have to prepare the food a lot of hours before, and you have to go down to the starting area and put your skis and
Mhm.
go back and so on. So it's a long day.
Yeah, I bet. And how did you manage things like, the food, the insulin, your tester? Because obviously that doesn't work when it's too cold or like there's chance that your insulin might freeze. And how did you manage all of that while you were skiing?
Oh, the first, as I have developed the product so that I can have it in pockets. I don't know if you see that, but I have pockets here. And when I have it under the jacket, I can reach the pump and also have it close to your body. So it's always warm. And that was, of course, the very important. But I
Mhm.
also did a very special thing because that was new. I have my sport clock watch, and I had a headset, and I did application sending up the data to the cloud and down to my headset. Told me, now you have the blood sugar like this.
Yeah.
But the problem was that I was out in the it's out in the nature, and I didn't have the connection all the time. So the report was delayed,
Yeah.
and that was a problem. So I had to put up my things from the pockets, and I just have some few seconds to get everything work, because minus 27 is like, it's like a hell. you It takes just a few seconds before everything is cold.
Cold.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so it was hard when I felt I got a very, very hard low going. It's very fast. It came very fast, and
Hmm.
I took up the measure, the manual blood sugar
Yeah.
meter, because I need it. And then it was like the fingers get cold. I didn't get out any blood,
Yeah.
but I got the measure, but it was, you had to put it back to the pocket again, uh, start over again, and it was really, really tricky.
Wow. And what about like the gel? Because you were saying they became like ice cream, essentially.
Yeah, I have a Camelback
Uh-huh.
with a perfect liquid with a strong sugar in it, so I could get it very quick. But that
Mhm.
was frozen, so it was like couldn't use it.
Yeah.
But in the safety reason, I have a lot of gels in my pockets, also close to the body. But when it was like I got this low, I had to very fast get it into my mouth. But it
Mhm.
was like ice cream, so it was like
Oh gosh.
so I was a little bit tricky that day.
Yeah. So would you do that again if you had the opportunity to?
Um, I said when I was in the track, never, never again. But we have a diabetic team taking care of us during some stations, and
Hmm.
they took care of me, put into a lot of sugar, took care of the skis and so on. So I get back to business,
Yeah.
and like a new person again, I went away. Like so, it's fantastic to be a part of the team. So
Yeah.
I would like to do it just to be part of the team,
Yeah. Fair enough.
or and perhaps to have the chance to do it in a better temperature, because this was it was a very special day.
Yeah. Okay. And so I think we talked a little about you talked a little bit about AnnaPS, which is your clothing line, and it's eco-friendly. It's designed specifically for people with diabetes. Was the inspiration from that from all your athletic days in winter sports, or how did that come about?
Oh, I'm really, really interested in environmental questions. Have been that for a long time. I'm doing a lot for my own health regarding that. Always eating environmental friendly food if I can find that, etc.
Mhm.
So when I started AnnaPS, that was an idea of environmental friendly products from the beginning. And I'm also engineer. I have a Master of Science in Mechanical Engineering. So I've always been interested into doing things in a functional way, like always find a solution on a problem. So I think it's a mix of my big interest in life, because I think it's awful that we have so much toxic things in our food and in our environment. And I think it's better that we can be healthy and strong without that.
Yeah. And all those little steps really add up to sort of making a huge difference. So I think that's really important as well. And so how does that sort of work into your clothing line? Like, do you source the material so it's like eco-friendly? How does that work?
Yeah, it's a long story, because I tried to do everything I could, and it was really hard. But the main thing is that we shouldn't have any poison in our clothes, and not have any poison out in the nature when we produce the clothes. And it's difficult, because the clothing industry is really hard. But we have really struggling to find a producer that have closed systems to secure that that everything we want is followed. And we also follow the hardest regulation in the world, called REACH, for this. And another thing is that we will look at the lifetime for the products. I think it's very important that we have clothes that you always feel right and have a long lasting time. So you don't have to buy a lot of products instead.
Yeah.
So that's some way of reduce the environment impact. So high quality. So you don't have to buy them often. You have to buy less clothes. And that's the main thing. And also looking at the washing procedure to reduce the washing temperature, etc.
Fantastic. I love that you've thought about all of these, from development to when you're developing, there's no waste, but also the long-term sustainability of the clothes and the materials and products themselves. That's so awesome. And I know you have a few maybe products that maybe you can show us. So what other things do you do apart from like singlet tops and bra tops and things like that?
Oh, first of all, we have clothes both for kids, men and women. And for example, the first, I thought it was important that you can wear the clothes you have, your regular clothes. And that was the reason why this is a tank top for kids with the pocket in both sides. And it's always pocket leads, so you can close them. And inside, we always have an opening, so you can put the pump inside and have the tubing on the inside. Yeah. And then you take it out from the pocket here on the outside. And the reason I think it's good when you can have your own T-shirt or your own sweater or something on. And we also have for women, and our bestseller is the tank top I have on. You don't see it because I have it on a black shirt.
You got a black shirt, yeah.
Yeah, but this is the sport bra with 3 pockets, a pocket in the front. It's very, very useful when we don't want to have a belt when you do exercise, for example, or walking. And for men and women and kids, we have like the panties and the boxers. So you can sleep with the pump in the pocket, and when you go up in the night or something, you don't have to have it in your hand or not in the mouth when you go on the toilet.
Yes. I was thinking of that before when I like last night I was sleeping, and then when I woke up to go to the bathroom, and my pump was just swinging around. I was like, oh gosh, you get a rabbit.
Yeah.
Super handy.
You asked me why I started this brand. That was the reason.
And I love the practicality behind it, because it's, we know women's clothes don't often come with pockets as well. So that's another added bonus, not having things stick out, having clips and having to work with all of that. So I love it. I've just put the link to your website, so AnnaPS.com, in the comments below. So if you want to check out her range, feel free to go and look through there. And you do international shipping as well, don't you?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
And we have customers from all over the world. Some countries it takes a little bit long to ship to, but it used to come.
It will come.
You have to, it's always coming. But if it's not coming the first time, people let us know. But we have just few package like taking 2 weeks or something. So you shouldn't be surprised if it takes some weeks because of the shipping service is a little bit longer from Sweden.
Yeah. Don't worry. I mean, in Australia, we're so far away from everything. So we're used to that.
Yeah.
Great. And one other thing I wanted to touch on today before we sort of wrap up was something we were talking about before we came live, which was a topic very close to both our hearts, which is diabetes camps. Can you tell us a little bit more about your involvement with camps and how it works in Sweden in terms of how the camp runs and who attends it and who runs it and things like that?
Yeah, I'm first of all, I'm from the beginning started with AnnaPS. I decided to support diabetes camps, especially for kids. So I've been in contact with a lot of people doing these camps. And in Sweden, there are mostly diabetics or parents to diabetics who do camps for young people or kids. So there are like most often in the summertime and for some days. And some camps having people, they're volunteers working on the camps that really in this and they have like managed all kids diabetes sitting in the nights, sitting in the days, and have all on screens sitting and watching. So they have doctors, etc. But the main thing is that they are in the background. So the kids can have fun and they're doing a lot of activities together and feeling like, that this is a relief time for them, feeling like normal. We having diabetes, we feel normal, but it's even, we were talking about this, you feel relaxed when you know that your people around you can take care of your diabetes if you forget. Or something happens, or
Yeah, there'll always be someone with a spare, vial of insulin, with glucagon, with, jelly beans. It's super handy. And I think, the thing about camps is that it's your chance. You feel normal. You have so much support around you and you learn so much from what people have gone through. And it's just such a nice environment where you are not sort of the odd person out going, oh yeah, that person has diabetes, because everyone's got diabetes. It's the people who don't have diabetes are like, oh, that person doesn't have diabetes. So it's a very nice environment. And we started talking about camps because we wanted to talk about the book that you helped to put together. Can you tell us a little bit more about this book and how maybe we can purchase it and, kids on camps it might benefit them. Can you tell us a bit more about those books?
Yes, I would like. Me and another diabetic blogger in Sweden have the opportunity to write this book together. And it was because we were visiting a lot of international meetings and find out that people with diabetes, when we come together, we feel stronger. And we would like to share this feeling to everyone who's not having that chance. So we put together 20 diabetics from all over the world, male and females. Yeah, and young, and we have a girl from Australia here, too, Renza.
Yeah.
She's in the book too. And and they have, here's an inspiring way of feeling. How can you live your dreams? Don't get the diabetes stop you, and some powerful messages to other diabetics. And we were thinking of this book should be a help to feel that nothing can stop your dreams. The diabetes shouldn't stop your dreams.
Mm-hmm.
And there are YouTubers, there are movie stars, there are chefs, there are sportly, they are from all different fields. And we think this book should be possible to buy, but I would like to say that if you are doing a camp for kids or young people, I'm open to send you for this, like supporting your camp. And so if you are doing a camp, just let me know and we can arrange it. We can find the book in our webpage, but we have also put it up on Amazon.com. So it's possible to find it there too.
Awesome. And we will share the link to the book in the comments below as well. So if you want to purchase it, feel free to go on Amazon. But if you've got a diabetes camp, if you're involved in that, feel free to reach out through Anna, through her website, and then she can arrange something for you.
Yeah, and I would say the title, we think it should be a coffee table book. So you can see we can want and dare.
I love it.
So that's, you should always feel empowered when you have it on a coffee table.
It's a perfect coffee table book. I love it. I'll have to get one and add it to my list of coffee table books. Because it's nice to have like stories from around the world, and that's part of why at Be the Change we're passionate about sharing stories, because you never know when that particular story will resonate with someone else and help them or make them feel okay. So I think that's fantastic. Love the work that you're doing. And we're almost at the end of it. So is there anything else, Anna, that you would like to share with our audience today? Maybe some final tips or final advice for people with diabetes out there?
I have a tips that the diabetes tips, and that is how to manage exercise. I think for me, I found out that if I don't have so much active insulin in my body, I can do exercise for hours with very less, not so much carbs. And when I learned that was a very big change for me in my life with exercising and diabetes. Mm-hmm. So I learned that from a diabetes camp, as always. And I'm so thankful for all doctors and professionals that doing this, helping us to find out way to live without get stopped by lows all the times.
Yeah, fantastic. And I think, what you've done here in terms of the challenge that you were talking about, with starting your own business with the clothes, but also with the books and camps, it goes to show that even with diabetes, it shouldn't stop us from doing all of these things. No. We can do it. Yeah. So I want to thank you again so much for coming on Be the Change for Minisode to talk about, your story and all the things that you've done. Thank you so much again. And we want to wish you all the very best for 2020. Is there any final words you'd like to say before we sort of end it?
Oh, I would say that my dream is that AnnaPS should reach more diabetics. And it's really, really hard to reach out to diabetics, because I think we really want to help people with diabetes to do an easier life with all this equipment. And so if there are any partners outside there who would like to spread, working more harder to find out how to spread the word about it or explore AnnaPS, I'm open to have a discussion.
Fantastic. Well, thank you again so much. And for everyone else who's watching after the live event, please make sure you have any questions to pop them in the comments below. We will do our best to answer them, and we'll tag Anna in them as well so she can answer you directly. And if you haven't already, feel free to like us, feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel where we will put this up later, and just drop us a line to say hi. So with that, we will sign out from our first Minisode of 2020, and we will see you again soon. So thanks again. See you later.
Thanks.